What does mean? What does it mean, percentiles? We use the formula for percentile rank. This is how we're gonna substitute the percentile rank as a decimal, and then either B or N will be given. And guess what? We're gonna cross multiply and divide to solve. That's how. It's actually not that bad at all. That's what backwards entails. Okay. So let's do one question. St. Boniface is weighing all babies born at the hospital. Daniel is 7 weeks old, and his weight places him in the 70th percentile. They give you the percentile. If there are 200 babies, how many would weigh less than Daniel?
Excuse the interruption. Akashri Shahal, please come to the office. Akashri Shahal to the office, please.
We use the formula. I'm going to use a color to plug in what we know. 70th percentile translates to, if you turn that into a decimal, it translates to 0.7. If you translate that to 0.7, you get to get rid of the 100. That's why I do it. So take that, turn it into a decimal, divide it by 100 basically. That allows you to get rid of the times 100 in the formula. So we substitute that in. 0.7 is equal to, what do we know between B and N? What do we know? What does the question give us? 200 babies, right, are born. That is N. It wants us to figure out how many weigh less than Daniel. And it doesn't look like a cross multiplying or dividing scenario, but watch this, the power of 1. You can put a 1 under any number and turn it into a fraction. It doesn't affect the value of it. Do you remember this? You go to the side of the variable, start here, cross multiply, and then divide. So B is 200 times 0.7 divided by 1, which is kind of irrelevant. I just do it so you see it, okay? So it'll be 140. Babies would weigh less than Daniel in this particular case. Here's another one. Emily is a goalie. Her percentile rank is based on the number of saves. Based on the number of saves is 55. So percentile rank is 55. If 45 goalies saved fewer shots than her, how many were there in total? So they're basically saying 45 is B. They're asking how many are there in total. They're basically asking you for N. Okay, what is N? We will turn this into a decimal, correct? Just to make it easier on us. That's why we do that. So 55 turns into 0.55. And then we use the formula. So percentile rank as a decimal is equal to 45 over N. You put a 1 under your percentile rank, and you basically cross multiply downwards, and you divide going up. Okay? So N is 45 times 1 divided by 0.55. And if it's a decimal, you got to round. 81.81. So roughly 82 goalies. You want to practice on page 62 before. Try page 62. Don't worry about this one right here. This one would be like a bonus question. I can post these later on if you want to try the more challenging ones. But try page 62. Okay. This one right here. I'll give you the answers. You're supposed to get, for A, I'm going to write this down right here, 126 people. And I'll give you B as well. It's supposed to be 23 people. Try that right now. Essentially 70th percentile, right? Goes 0.7. Total is given. So you need to cross multiply and divide. You get 126 people that earn less than John. B is a little trickier. How many earn more than John? Assume that 30 people earn the same wage, right? So we go 180 is total, 126 earn less, 30 earn exactly the same as John, and you got to take away John yet as well. And then this many people then earn more, okay? I want to do one more, guys. I know I'm pushing you. This one right here. It's not brand new, but if there's ever a table and they talk percentile rank with a table, this is on page 63, you got to be able to do that. Okay, last question for today. So we've got gloves sold, so the size and the number of pairs. Listen carefully. I know what you're going to do. If I give this to you tomorrow, you're like, oh, wait, it mean, mad, right? Read a little further. It says, the net bought herself 7.5 size glove. What does it ask for? Percentile rank. Please don't go mad if it's percentile rank, all right? Then you just stick with percentile rank. So if Danette bought herself 7.5 size gloves, what's the percentile rank of her hand size? How would you do that? Percentile rank. What are the total number of gloves sold here? You gotta look at the number of pairs sold. You gotta add this all up. Okay, I already did that for you. So you just go over here and just write down 153 gloves have been sold. This is your N. When it's a table like this, that is your N. So we put that number down here. How many were smaller than 7.5? How many pairs were sold that were smaller than 7.5? This is 7.5 right here. It's these two numbers right here, correct? Okay. So this right here is B. That B is equal to 35. So you go 35 over 153 times 100. If you do that, you get 22.87. Can't have that. It's the 23rd or just 23, that's fine. Okay? If you want to try the other ones, I'm just going to give you the answer, 95th. Last one, what's the mode of the gloves sold? The mode in terms of the size. Which one have they sold the most of? 7.5. So that's your mode. Okay? Thank you, guys.